This video will show you how to install your new smart door lock using step-by-step instructions. Remember, if you need help with any part of this installation, simply call TELUS Smart Home Technical Support at 1-855-255-8828. Here are the tools you'll need to perform this installation: a Phillips head screwdriver, 4 AA batteries, a ruler or tape measure, a hammer, and, if you have a drive-in latch, a wood block. Please note that using an electric drill or electric screwdriver is not recommended. Also note that some carpentry work may be required prior to this installation. Let's review our pre-installation checklist. First, make sure the corners are straight and the door opens and closes with ease, without getting stuck or requiring force. If the deadbolt does not align easily when closed, the smart door lock may not work properly. If the door is not a perfect fit, try filing the latch or adjusting the hinges. If the door is getting stuck in the door frame, you may need to file or plane the edges of the door. Make sure the door closes properly before beginning smart lock installation. The smart door lock replaces an existing deadbolt which you'll need to remove. If you don't have an existing deadbolt, additional carpentry work will be required to install one before the smart door lock can be used. Smart door locks don't work with mortised cylinder locks or a bolt attached to the doorknob or handle. You'll need to check 3 measurements before proceeding: the thickness of your door, the thickness of your door jamb, that's the hole in the wall the deadbolt slides into, and the center of the door lock to the door's edge. They should be as follows. If the door does not meet all the requirements, you may need to find a carpenter to fix or modify the door to work with the smart door lock. To connect the smart lock to your TELUS Smart Home app, log into your TELUS Smart Home app. Click on the menu button on the top left corner. Select Add Device. Choose Lock. Select the Wiser Smart Code 10 touchpad. Then follow the on-screen instructions to complete your setup. Insert the batteries and press the A button to trigger pairing. The door lock comes with 2 types of latches. If your current latch has a faceplate on it, then use the one with the plate. If your current latch doesn't have a plate, then use the one without the plate. Once you've identified which latch is required, you may need to adjust the latch length. If the center of the borehole to the edge of the door is 2 3/8 inches or 60 millimeters, you do not need to adjust the latch length. If the distance is 2 3/4 inches or 70 millimeters, adjust the latch by turning it 180 degrees clockwise to extend. Make sure the D shape is facing up and the latch is extended. Then, insert the latch into the opening in the side of the door. The next step is to attach the keypad to the door. For an 1.5 inch or 38 millimeter hole, simply attach the keypad by threading the cable underneath the latch. Ensure the D shape on the shaft extending from the keypad is facing up. For a 2 1/8 inch or 54 millimeter hole, attach the adapter before attaching the keypad to the door. Next, attach the backplate to the other side of the door hole. Thread the cable through the center hole of the backplate and slide it down to the smaller slot underneath. Insert the screws into the backplate, but give them a few turns by hand before using a Phillips screwdriver to tighten the backplate to the door. Check that the keypad on the front of the door is square before tightening the screws completely. Now we can install the interior lock. Start by removing the battery pack from the interior lock. Connect the cable from the interior lock to the cable coming from the keypad and tuck the connected cables into the back of the lock. Make sure the rounded part of the D shape on the interior lock shaft is facing up. It should match the D shape of the shaft on the keypad. Slide the lock into the back plate. Secure the lock to the back plate by inserting and tightening the screws on both sides. This next step lets the lock know if it's a right-handed door or a left-handed door. Press and hold the lock button while inserting the battery pack. Continue to hold the button as it goes through the calibration process. You'll hear a series of beeps, followed by the latch bolt extending and retracting. After 10 seconds and a few long beeps, the door handing process is complete. If the latch bolt does not extend and retract on its own when the battery pack is installed, remove the battery pack, wait 15 seconds, and perform this step again. Once the door handling process is complete, the next step is to attach the inside lock cover. Once you've attached the cover to the lock, secure it in place with the screws, one on each side and one on the bottom. Congratulations! You have successfully installed your smart door lock.